Attention, please.
This uploading is only for educational purpose.
No intention to infringe copyrights.
Learning English with subtitles, GPITRAL.
Follow us.
Yeah, I tell you, I was just thinking, how are we going to get out of this before Christmas?
Let's fill in the rest of the board, shall we? The Owl and the Pussycat, it was Edward Lear, the Owl and the Pussycat, would have scored you 26 points. Ode to a Nightingale is Keats, would have scored 22. The Wasteland.
T.S. Eliot.
T.S. Eliot, exactly. His name, of course, is an anagram of toilets. And To a Mouse. Do you know To a Mouse? It's the best answer on the board.
It's Rabbie Burns.
It is a Robert Rabbie Burns, 13 points. So very well done if you said that at
Timorous Beastie. Timorous Beastie, I think. Sorry, I'll shut up. Anyway, thanks, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid it's Dan and Danny.
It's not an obscure subject that no one knows anything about, though.
Oh, well, bad luck. I'm afraid this is the last time we see you. We haven't seen you at your best, I'm afraid. You've been ill-served by the pointless categories. But it's been great having you on the show. Thank you very much for playing. Great contestants. Thank you. Very well done, Liz and Jane, Emily and Amy. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to the final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £3,750. Now, you're going to go head-to-head on the best of 3 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, but you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair, and you will win that question. The first pair to get to the best of 3 will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. Right, here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many colours that feature on a Scandinavian flag as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're simply looking for any colour that appears on the flags of either Norway, Sweden or Denmark.
OK, Norway, Sweden or Denmark. Colours on their flags. Liz and Jane, because you've played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first. We are looking for colours on the Scandinavian flags. OK, we have an answer.
We do? Yeah. That's it? Yeah. Yellow.
Yellow. Liz and Jane are taking yellow. Emily and Amy, any other colours on the Scandinavian flags?
We're thinking about between 2. We do know some flags, like quite a few, but I think this is one that we're not 100%. I think we're going to have to guess between, what was it, red and white? Is that guess red? Yep. You have to guess red.
You're going to go red?
Yes.
OK, we have yellow from Liz and Jane. We have red from Emily and Amy. Let's take them in the order they were given. Yellow. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. 50. 50 points for yellow. Emily and Amy, let's see how many people said red. 67. So after our first question, Liz and Jane are up 1-0. Richard.
Yeah, tough luck, Emily and Amy. Well played, Liz and Jane. It was an unbeatable score, actually, yellow. So let's take a look at all 4 of them. Yellow would have scored you 50. Red would have scored you 67. Blue, 70. White, 71. There we go, yeah, Norway, red, white and blue. Denmark, red and white. And Sweden, blue and yellow. The Danish flag fell from heaven in 1219, according to legend.
From heaven?
Yeah.
So heaven designed the Danish flag. Not that much of a palette up in heaven, then?
Well, I think it's 1219, so it's one of their early flags.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Here is your second question. Liz and Jane, if you win this question, you are straight through to the final. Emily and Amy, if they win this question, they are straight through to the final. You know what you have to do. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Dad's Army actors as they could. Dad's Army actors, Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the 7 actors who played the Corps Home Guard at Wilmington-on-Sea. We won't accept Colin Bean, who played Private Sponge, because he wasn't in it long enough. So we're looking for the 7 actors who were in the first series of Dad's Army, who played the Corps members of the Wilmington-on-Sea Home Guard.
Thanks very much, Richard. So then, Emily and Amy, you get to go first this time.
Do you have any idea? I think I know one, but it's probably the most popular. And I think his name is Arthur Lowe.
Arthur Lowe. OK, you're going to say Arthur Lowe. Liz and Jane.
Ian Lavender.
Yeah.
James Lemercier.
Yeah. There was Butcher Jones.
Yes.
That's his name.
Clive. No.
Dunn. Clive Dunn.
Clive Dunn.
The Spiv.
I can't think what his name is.
James somebody?
Let's go with somebody.
OK, well, should we say Ian Lavender?
Ian Lavender. OK, we have
Yes.
Arthur Lowe, we have Ian Lavender. In the order they were given. Emily and Amy, you have to win this question to stay in the game. Arthur Lowe, let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Arthur Lowe. Very well done, it's right. Down it comes. 43. 43 for Arthur Lowe. Liz and Jane, you have gone with Ian Lavender. If you win this point, you are straight through to the final. Let's see if Ian Lavender's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Ian Lavender. Yep, you've done it. There we are, 30 against 43. Very well done, Liz and Jane. Ian Lavender, a more obscure answer, which wins you the point. You are through to the final, 2-0. Richard.
Yeah, unlucky Emily and Amy. Good answer with Arthur Lowe. Let's take a look at all of them, though, and there'll be some names that are familiar to you. The Spear of Private Walker was played by James Beck. John Laurie, who played the Undertaker, if he was on Emily and Amy's team, he'd be saying we're doomed. Arnold Ridley was Private Godfrey. Ian Lavender, there we go, who was Pike on 30. Clive Dunn, who was Corporal Jones, 43. Arthur Lowe, also on 43, who was Captain Mannering, of course. And Sergeant Wilson, right at the top there, actually, more than Arthur Lowe, John Le Mesurier.
There we are. So the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid it's Emily and Amy. 2 quite tough categories for you, I'm guessing, in that head-to-head. But you came up with 2 correct answers. They were just high scorers. That's the only problem. We will see you again next time, but meanwhile, thank you very much for playing.
Thank
You've done
you.
very well. Thank you. Well, congratulations, Liz and Jane. You've seen off all the competition, and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy. Very well done. You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £3,750. Now, the rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer that no one could think of. We've had 2 pointless answers on the show today, and you came up with one of them with Moogline, Jane. You only need to find one more now, and you'll go home with that money. Firstly, you've got to choose a category, and you can choose from these 3 options. They are football, opera, fashion. Football, opera, fashion.
We don't know much about any of them, really, do we? But fashion is the... Do you reckon?
Yeah, lesser of the...
Yeah, I think fashion's the lesser of 3 evils, really.
OK, fashion. Right, let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Designer of the Year winners as they could. Designer of the Year, Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for any winner of the Designer of the Year award, which is awarded annually by the British Fashion Council. Anyone who's won that award from 1984 all the way through to the 2010 award.
OK, thank you very much. Now, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £3,750 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
Well, can you think of any designers at all, basically?
Is it like dress design or shoot like gym?
Fashion.
Fashion.
Mine's just gone complete
It's
blank.
gone blank too. I'm going to give Vivienne Westwood, but she's probably before then, do you
She's
think?
not, she's still quite popular.
Yeah.
Vivienne Westwood. Anybody else? Galtieri?
Yes.
Galtieri. Yves Saint Laurent. No, they did make it,
That's
don't they?
way
Who else?
What about Stella
McCartney?
Yeah.
Yes, I think they're the 3 that
Yeah,
we're just...
I think so.
Yeah, I think we're stuck with the 3 that we've just been able to think of, really.
OK, you've got 3. You're happy with those.
Well,
But you don't want to go any further?
I don't think we're
I
going
don't think we're going to think
to come
of
up
any
with
more.
anything else.
OK, we'll stop the clock. Very good. We'll stop the clock right there. You've come up with 3 answers before your time was up. We were looking for Designer of the Year winners. I now need those 3 answers.
Stella McCartney.
Stella McCartney,
Vivienne Westwood.
And I think it's
Vivienne Westwood,
John Galtieri, if I'm saying it properly.
John Galtieri. You're
Yeah.
going to submit Galtieri. OK. Of those 3, which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
I think they're all pretty useless, really.
Should we put Stella McCartney? as our best?
McCartney.
Let's
yes.
put Stella McCartney last. And which should we put first? Your least likely?
Put Vivienne Westwood first.
We'll put
please.
Vivienne Westwood
And the one we can't say in the middle.
and Galtieri in
Yes.
the middle. OK, there we are. OK, well, let's put those up on the board in that order. And here they are. Vivienne Westwood, John Galtieri, and Stella McCartney. There they are. OK, we were looking for winners of Designer of the Year. This was your least confident answer. You only need one of these to be pointless to win that jackpot of £3,750. Let's see if Vivienne Westwood is right. And if she is a correct answer, let's see how many people said it. It has to be right and it has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. Vivienne Westwood. Well done, it's right. Very good indeed. Down it goes into the 50s, 40s, 30s. A good answer. 60.
Better than I thought.
Not a bad answer at all. That would be a fantastic answer in normal play. It's a fantastic answer now. Unfortunately, it's not a pointless answer. And at this stage, we need pointless answers. You only have 2 chances left to win today's jackpot. Let's see if your next answer is correct. John Galtieri. What would you do with £3,750?
Holidays, I think.
I think so,
probably.
yes. I think it would be quite nice to book a great big house somewhere where the whole family could go and have a time
Very
together,
good.
which would be nice.
All 4 sisters, do you think?
Yeah.
Plus mum.
Plus
Yeah,
mum.
plus-
And
very good.
children and...
Else.
I'm guessing that's quite a crowd.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Well, good luck. OK, John Galtieri is your second submission. This has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot. For £3,750. Let's see if it's a correct answer. If it is, let's see how many people said John Galtieri. Bad luck. Unfortunately, that's an incorrect answer. You only have 1 chance left to win today's jackpot, but this is your best shot, though.
Well, we hope so.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We are looking for winners of Designer of the Year. Your third answer is Stella McCartney. You said this was the answer you were most confident with. This has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £3,750. Let's see if Stella McCartney is right. And if it is, let's see how many people said for Designer of the Year, Stella McCartney. Well, it's jumped the first hurdle. It has to go all the way down to 0 if you're going to win that jackpot of £3,750. Oh, bad luck. 18 people knew Stella McCartney. So, unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so you don't win today's jackpot of £3,750, which rolls over to the next show. But you have been amazing contestants, and you do, of course, get to take home our pointless trophy. So.
Thank you.
Now then, Richard.
Yeah, unlucky, Liz and Jane, you played ever so well across both shows. I think John Galtieri, I think you may have been thinking of John Galliano.
Yeah.
He would have scored you 1 point. So probably not worth the heartache. Let's take a look at some of the pointless answers, and I hope you don't recognise any of them. The second winner, Betty Jackson, who also designed all the outrageous costumes on Absolutely Fabulous. Christopher Bailey has won it twice recently as Chief Creative Officer of Burberry. Giles Deacon, who's got his own clothing range, Giles. They're all pointless answers. Hussein Chalayan, who won in 99 and 2000. Yeah, Jasper Conran, also a pointless answer. Catherine Hamnett, probably most famous for her sloganeering T-shirts. She was a pointless answer. Llewellyn Bartley won it in 2008. Rifat Ozbek, he's won it twice as well. And the winners in 1989, Workers for Freedom. Very well done if you've got any of those at home.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Liz and Jane, but it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing.
It's been
Thank you.
lovely. Thank you.
So nobody's won our jackpot today, so it rolls over, which means on the next show we'll be playing for £4,750. Join us next time, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.